Inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
The following is a presentation of Roosevelt University Athletics on the Roosevelt University Lakers YouTube channel. This is Roosevelt University women's basketball. Live from the GVSU Fieldhouse on the campus of Grand Valley State University in Allendale, Michigan. This afternoon, it's Roosevelt University women's basketball today. The first of a women's and men's doubleheader on the road for the Roosevelt Laker basketball programs, as both teams will face nationally ranked opponents, as it'll be the Roosevelt Lakers in both games against the Grand Valley State University Lakers. Hi again, everybody, and a very good late Thursday afternoon to one and all as we greet you here from Allendale, Michigan, a little bit north and a little bit west of Grand Rapids, Michigan, as we get set to bring you road doubleheader action today for the women's and men's teams as we start to head very, very deep into the home stretch of the 2026 basketball season, and two tough opponents today for Roosevelt basketball. First off, in the women's game, it will be Roosevelt coming in overall at 6-15 this year, 5-9 in the GLIAC. The Lakers of Roosevelt having split their last two games, winning over Parkside 59-53 last week, and then in their previous game they lose to Ferris State by a final of 81-53. Meanwhile, Grand Valley State, third-rated team in the nation, and they are coming off their first loss of the season as Grand Valley State overall this year 21-1. They are 13-1 in the GLIAC. Right now they have a half-game lead over Ferris State in the battle for the top spot in the GLIAC. And Grand Valley State coming in after suffering their only loss of the year to date. And that was in their last contest as Grand Valley State defeated in that game by Wayne State. The final was 77-78, so Grand Valley State coming up 1 point short of still having a perfect season here in 2026. These two teams having met previously this year. That was back at the Goodman Center, and Grand Valley State cruising in that one by a final score of 75-37. Game starting to wind down for the Lakers here in 2026. After tonight, there will be 5 games remaining on the schedule. Lakers will be on the road again this coming Saturday and nearby Davenport University before returning home for a pair of games, and then they wind up the season on the road on February 26th and 28th. Roosevelt coming into this game 5-9 in the conference, right now tied with Davenport for the number 7 spot in the conference standings. And the last couple of weeks there has been a little bit of a jam up there, as you have, really, it looks like 3 schools battling for 3 positions, as Saginaw Valley State now has fallen behind Roosevelt and Davenport. They're at 3-11, so they're 2 games behind the 2 teams. So the Lakers right now officially tied for 7th, and there is a little bit of separation between the bottom 3 teams and Saginaw Valley State, which is the team on the outside looking in. But even so, again, you've got 3 teams battling for 3 seeding positions coming up in the GLIAC Conference Tournament, which will be held in the first week of March. Final seconds of the pregame countdown about to wind down here at the GVSU Fieldhouse. Men's game slated to start today at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. As the Grand Valley State Pep Band has finished its pregame program, and now pregame announcements underway. Grand Valley State, prior to their last game against Wayne State, their previous win was at Purdue Northwest by a final of 91-44 that came back on the 5th of February. This is a team that has been winning games left and right over the course of the last couple of seasons, poised to yet have another deep run in the NCAA Division II Women's Basketball Tournament when the month of March rolls around. As right now on the public address here at the GVSU Fieldhouse, the crowd being asked to rise to its feet, and shortly we will have the playing of our national anthem. National anthem as we get ready to go for basketball here this afternoon in Allendale, Michigan. Roosevelt against Grand Valley State. The countdown on the pregame clock has reached 0, and shortly we should have the introductions of the starting lineups for the opening game of our women's and men's basketball doubleheader. And in fact, the Roosevelt Lakers starters now are being introduced presently, so we will do the same. And for the Roosevelt University Lakers, coming in at 6-15 overall, 5-9 in the GLIAC, it'll be Kelly Boyle, the 5'6" junior guard from Maple Grove, Minnesota. Marie Outlay, the Lakers' leading scorer at 12.8 points per game. She's the 5'9" junior guard from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. In addition, Isabella Pita, 6'3" junior center from Lake Mills, Wisconsin. Isabel Lindo, the 5'9" junior guard, as the house lights now turn down. And as we mentioned, Isabel Lindo, the 5'9" junior guard from Hazlet, Michigan. And then rounding out the starting five for the Lakers will be Bryn Ketcher, the 6' junior forward from Des Moines, Iowa. Deion Thomas, the head coach for the Lakers in his 4th season. The assistant coaches are Kevin McManaman and Haley Lysak. And for Grand Valley State, the number 3 rated team in the nation. There's a little pyrotechnics here on the floor on the introductions of the starting lineup for the homestanding GVSU Lakers. And it'll be Avery Zeenstra, 5'7" senior guard from Byron Center, Michigan. Mackenzie Bisball, the 6'1" sophomore guard from Lake City, Michigan. Nicole Kameen, the 5'11" senior guard from Escanaba, Michigan. And then it'll be Lexi Plitzewhite, 5'9" redshirt senior from Vermillion, South Dakota. And Paige Van Stee, the leading scorer for Grand Valley State at 15.5 a game. Van Stee, a 5'10" senior from Middleville, Michigan. Mike Williams in his 11th season as head coach here at Grand Valley State. Phil Sayers, Amanda Parker, and Aaliyah Burgess are the assistants. Mike Williams today going for his career win number 300 at Grand Valley State. Over the course of his career has almost 500 wins overall. Comes in with a record of 299 wins, 50 defeats here at Grand Valley State. And Deion Thomas, the head coach, 46 wins, 58 defeats in his 4 years at the helm at Roosevelt. Roosevelt coming out in their road black jerseys today, black tops, black shorts, white numerals. And Grand Valley State in the home white jerseys today with the white tops, white shorts, and blue numerals. And we are about ready to go for basketball here in Michigan. Great to have you along with us from wherever you may be. whether you're tuning in live or on a replay. And we're about underway, and it'll be Grand Valley State winning the opening tip. And they will move it as we look at it from our right to left. Roosevelt left to right here in the opening half. Right side with it now, Nicole Kameen for Grand Valley State. They'll lob it in low left now. Bisbal backing in low left, can't get a shot away. They'll bring it back around the arc from left to right. Shot clock down to 13. Good defensive work here. Now the ball is going to be batted out near the timeline. Marie Outlay to the floor as well. Bryn Ketcher, and Bryn was able to get to the ball, and Roosevelt now with possession. Kelly Boyle up the near side, pulling up for three in the forecourt. Back rim and out, and the rebound cleared by Grand Valley State. So neither team able to score on their first possession of the game. Here's a lob in low right, and then a reverse layup attempt will go in. Good pass down low, and then Mackenzie Bisbal, who averages 14 a game, picking up the first points of the game, and Grand Valley State a 2-0 lead. Kelly Boyle will bring it all the way left to right. Nope, she won't. She'll lob it just shy of the timeline into the forecourt to Marie Outlay. She has it to the left elbow. Back out high now to the left point to Kelly Boyle. Boyle will walk it up to the right side. Flips it back now. Here's Isabel Lindo with it out between the circles. Lindo guarded here by Avery Zeenstra. Bounce pass out high left to Boyle. Worked it around a screen. Now left wing. Here's a three ball. Too strong there by Bryn Ketcher. Rebound to Boyle at the foul line. Fed it down low to Isabella Pita. In traffic. Pushes the shot up high off the glass and misses. And the rebound going to Grand Valley State. Lexi Plitzewhite with a defensive rebound for GVSU. At the other end, driving to the lane. Partially blocked here, I believe, by Marie Outlay. And the Lakers able to get it back as Roosevelt able to get it back as Nicole Kameen had the shot blocked in the paint. Here's Kelly Boyle out high left, taking an NBA distance three, short. And the rebound taken down by Grand Valley State as Kameen getting the rebound. She'll bring it into the forecourt now. Long bounce pass to the right corner, and then a three ball, a rainbow. Too strong off the left rim here by Van Stee. And Roosevelt able to get the ball back. Trying to get out of a three-quarter court trap situation is Kelly Boyle, circling around almost the entirety of the backcourt. Lobbed it into the forecourt, wide left end, and a three ball goes in for Marie Outlay. So Marie Outlay drains the three, and Roosevelt has a 3-2 lead. GVSU back quickly, long lob here low right. That was intended there for Mackenzie Bisbal. Had it tipped away, and then we had a whistle, and I believe a foul was called here on Roosevelt. I believe it'll go to Isabella Pita, although not yet posted on the board. Several substitutions coming into the game for GVSU, among them Anaya Davis. Checks in for the first time. She's a 6-foot freshman from Sterling Heights, Michigan. It'll be Roosevelt basketball, so no foul called. Roosevelt with possession. They'll move it all the way here left to right. Three-quarter court trap, lobbing in the front corner now. Emma Urick just into the game, barrels down the lane, laid it up, had a shot blocked in the paint, and Grand Valley State with it back. Ava Scanlon on the rejection there for GVSU. Grand Valley with the ball. They'll swing it in wide right. Now a drive into the lane. A lot of traffic. Not able to see who it was. Turned out it was Sydney Charney working it in deep. Got it into Reese Gaitan, and then we had a whistle and a foul down low. This will be on Ava Brandenburg, also just into the game for the Lakers of Roosevelt. Ava with her first and the team's first. And we'll have our first free throws of the game coming up. Reese Gaitan to the line. She's a 59.1% free throw shooter. Freshman from Williamston, Michigan, delivers the free throw but misses. So we hold for the moment at 3-2 in favor of Grand Valley State. One more on the way for Gaitan. Short off the front of the rim. Rebound goes to the far corner. Able to get to it there. That's Ava Scanlon. Under some pressure. Lobbed it in low right. Spin move in the lane. Banked in. Avery Lay averages 4.1 points per game. Spun in traffic. Got the shot to fall. And Grand Valley State has a 4-3 lead. Roosevelt into the front court. Moving it around the perimeter. Pass to the far side. Tipped away. GVSU able to get the steal, but they miss a layup at the other end. And the rebound goes to Roosevelt. Anaya Davis missing the layup. Lakers at the other end, and Aubrey Leonard able to get the lay-in. So Aubrey Leonard on the fast break picks up the two, and Roosevelt back up now 5-4. GVSU wasting no time. They work it into the lane. Spin shot here with the left hand goes in for Avery Lay. Count the hoop and a foul called, and it'll be a three-point play opportunity here for Avery Lay. Give the foul to Ava Brandenburg, her second, and the team's second. That last field goal for the Roosevelt Lakers by Aubrey Leonard went in. Looked down, wrote the result in my scorebook, looked up, and the ball was almost on its way into the basket at the other end of the floor as the free throw here goes in. And so that makes it a 7-5 Grand Valley State lead. Whistle before the inbound. Actually, it got batted into the far corner, so there was an inbound pass. And Roosevelt to keep it to inbound. Actually, no, Grand Valley State able to get possession as the inbound came from behind a lot of traffic. Got tipped out of bounds. GVSU gets the ball, pass into the lane, and down the paint. Ava Scanlon lays it in. So Scanlon makes it a 9-5 Grand Valley State lead. Emma Urick up the far sideline and into the forecourt for Roosevelt. Pulled up left of the lane, lobbed it over a double team to Leonard. She'll play it right wing, and then a three ball from there will miss. And the rebound going to Grand Valley State after the miss there by Jackie Lukic on the three. GVSU back the other way. Off to the left side. Lay fakes the three, drives into the lane. Rockets a ball down low, and then a shot from Scanlon hit the bottom of the backboard. Aubrey Leonard the rebound for Roosevelt. She'll bring it into the front court. Left side with it now, Jackie Lukic. Back up top of the key to Leonard. Fakes right, went left, and got called for a travel in the process, and so it'll be Grand Valley State getting it back. Isabella Pita, Marie Outlay, Kelly Boyle, and Isabel Lindo all check back into the game now for Roosevelt. 6:05 to go in the quarter, 9-5 Grand Valley State with the lead. Davis angles sharply to the left into the front court. Works it up to the right side now around a high screen by Scanlon. Davis has it right of the key. Lost it off her right knee, got it right back on the wing. Bounce pass in now low right. Secondary pass, Lakers of Roosevelt applying the quick double team, but getting out of that and laying the ball in, Ava Scanlon. Scanlon somehow got out of a tough situation and got the two. GVSU now up by 6 at 11-5. Kelly Boyle into the RU forecourt, angles to the left. Got around a double team, drives in left of the lane, bounces it down low under the basket, no one there, and Reese Gaitan has the steal for Grand Valley State. She'll bring it into the front court, bottom of the center circle. Picks up ahead of steam, tried to go right around Kelly Boyle and dribble the ball off her right knee and out of bounds. It'll be Roosevelt getting it back. Taylor Dillard coming into the game now for Grand Valley State. Dillard, a 5'10 freshman guard from Kalamazoo, Michigan. He averages 3.4 points per game. 11-5, Grand Valley State the lead. Roosevelt with the ball. They'll move it all the way from left to right. Isabel Lindo in the backcourt. Lobbed it over the trap and into the forecourt with it off the catch was Bryn Ketcher. Boyle back to Ketcher, right edge of the center circle. Tosses it wide left, driving in from there. The layup goes in. I believe that came from, I want to say that was Lindo. Got shielded by the traffic here. We're at the other end of the floor. Either way, it's an 11-7 lead here for Grand Valley State. Out high with it now, Taylor Dillard for GVSU. Three passes later, a drive down the lane, and then the layup attempt is going to be blocked. And it went out of bounds. We'll see what the call is going to be here. Lindo did have the last layup for Roosevelt. We have a timeout on the floor. 4:46 to go in the quarter. Timeout on the floor with a score. It is Grand Valley State 11 and Roosevelt 7. We'll step aside and return. You're tuned to Roosevelt University women's basketball.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Off the inbound, a three ball from the left side for Grand Valley State. Air ball went out of bounds right baseline. It'll be Roosevelt ball after Taylor Dillard misses the three. At the timeout, Grand Valley State had been 5 of 10 shooting. That was their second miss on a three-point attempt in as many tries. Roosevelt 3 of 9 and 1 for 5 so far from beyond the arc. Backcourt pressure again defensively by Grand Valley State. Roosevelt into the front court. Bryn Ketcher circles around right side. Pulled up at the baseline. Rainbow's a shot that did not draw iron, and the rebound going to Grand Valley State. Kelly Cray on the rebound there for GVSU. And it'll be Grand Valley now operating in the front court. Up to the right side, Nicole Kameen. Lobbed it right to the key, holding it there, Van Stee. Brought it back out now beyond the top of the arc. Fed it into the lane. Ball batted around as there was a lot of traffic in the paint. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Roosevelt ball. It was an attempt at a little underhand pass. Underneath, Bryn Ketcher to inbound now for Roosevelt. Roosevelt trailing it by 4 at 11-7. Inbound pass to Lindo under heavy pressure from Dillard. Lindo in the backcourt. Picked it up on a half-court trap. Bounces it to the near side now to Kelly Boyle. Boyle at the timeline. Lobbed it now wide left into the forecourt to Bryn Ketcher. Back up top of the arc now, and with it is Lindo. Gives it up to the right point now to Kelly Boyle. Boyle to Ketcher between the rings. Left side again, Lindo. Shot clock at 8. Lindo holding free throw line extended. Brought it back out top of the arc again to Kelly Boyle. Boyle looking in deep. One bounce dribble. 2 on the clock. Boyle steps back. Off balance 3 ball. Oh, and it goes in. Let's see if they give her 3. No, her right foot was on the line. So it's a 2 ball as Kelly Boyle saves the possession with her first field goal of the game. And Roosevelt back to within a pair. Down the lane. Here's a lay-in attempt that will go around and in for Taylor Dillard. Count the hoop and a foul called. Dillard to the line for the 3-point play opportunity here. So Grand Valley State again quickly up the floor getting the answer. Ava Brandenburg back into the game along with Emma Urich now for Roosevelt. Aubrey Leonard also coming back in. As they called that foul just now on Kelly Boyle, her first and the team's third. Free throw here on the way and in. Nothing but net there for Dillard, who converts on the 3-point play try. And it's a 14-9 Grand Valley State lead. Inbound pass to Emma Urich. Tosses it to the far side now to Leonard. Back to Urich right in front of us. Brought it into the front court. Long pass now, baseline right to Outlay. Back to Urich, top of the key. Well, they're really using all of the floor here on the passes are Roosevelt. Outlay, wrap around down low. Spin move into the lane there by Pita. Line drives the shot off the left side of the rim and out. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll be Grand Valley State possession. So GVSU now to get it back. They lead it by 5. 3:04 to go in the opening quarter. Grand Valley operating in the forecourt, far side with it now. Davis. Correction, that was Zeenstra with it right elbow. Now back wide right and a drive in from there. Off balance shot by Kameen, partially blocked, and coming out of the traffic jam with it there, Isabella Pita for Roosevelt. Leonard now against the 3-quarter court trap. Lobbed it into the front court to Marie Outlay. Moving through traffic into the lane, lays it up too hard off the glass, and the rebound goes to Grand Valley State. Paige Van Stee, the rebound. She'll play it up ahead on an outlet pass into the front court now to Plitzewhite. Lexi Plitzewhite passes it far side. Boy, the ball movement here by Grand Valley State is just really impressive as a 3 from out front goes in for Paige Van Stee. Van Stee, one of 3 players coming into the game, leading the team with 19 threes. Van Stee takes the lead with 20 with that 3 ball. And Grand Valley State the lead now by 8 at 17-9. At the other end, Nicole Kameen trying to apply pressure on Marie Outlay, but Marie was unfazed and she buried a 3 out high right. So Marie Outlay, her second 3 ball of the game, and Roosevelt back within 5. At the other end, far side with it now. Kameen takes a 3 from the far sideline. That was a long distance 3. Hit the back of the rim. Marie Outlay back the other way and into the front court near side right for Roosevelt. Boy, end to end here at the start of this game. Here's the drive now by Emma Urich off a feed from the top of the key. Lays it up and misses. Rebound goes to Kelly Cray, and then a whistle as Cray started back up the other way. And we have a timeout. 1:32 to go in the quarter. Time out of the floor with a score. It is Grand Valley State 17, Roosevelt 12. We'll pause and return. This is Roosevelt University women's basketball. No, we will not. We will stay here, as we'll have an inbound pass coming up right away for Roosevelt. Shot clock has been set at 20. Some substitutions as Kelly Boyle back into the game. Brought it out high left now to Urich. And a pass back to the top of the key. Knocked away, and Urich able to track it down back in the RU backcourt. Up ahead now to Kelly Boyle. She has it out high right. Boyle spins right of the lane. 3 to shoot. Contact. And do we have a blocking foul here? I believe that'll be the case, and it looks like it'll be on Lexi Plitzewhite for Grand Valley State. Her first, and that is the team's first foul of the first quarter for Grand Valley State. Roosevelt to inbound, baseline right. Kelly Boyle on the inbound. Shot clock reset to 20. Inbound right wing now. With it is Emma Urich. Now to Boyle at the right point. Left side around a screen set by Nina Susik into the game for the first time for Roosevelt. Pass back between the rings to Bryn Ketcher. Wide left now. Off the pass. Drive into the lane and then off balance shot will miss for Isabel Lindo. Rebound tipped around. And Avery Lay got to it. Left baseline for Grand Valley State. Up ahead into the front court now. Kameen passed it. Left edge of the lane. Ball got tipped away and Jackie Lukic comes up with a loose ball for Roosevelt. Up the far side now. Kelly Boyle into the RU forecourt. Has it out high left to the point. Boyle trying to back in toward the top of the key. Around the double screen she goes. Has it now right side. And that double screen gave her some space, but then she misses a three. And the rebound got tipped around. It hit the right shoulder there of Nicole Kameen. And ultimately coming up with it there was Mackenzie Bisball. And now Grand Valley State with the ball back into the forecourt. 20 seconds for the quarter. Shot clock is running about a half a second ahead of the game clock. Out near the timeline with it now, Lexi Plitzewhite, guarded by Jackie Lukic. Plitzewhite the drive, right edge of the lane. Got around a screen that I think was accidentally set. Then a spin shot of the lane, around and out. Rebound down low, goes to Kelly Boyle for Roosevelt. 3 seconds for the quarter. Boyle through traffic. Pulls up, NBA three from straight on. Front rim and out, and then brings us to the end of a hectic first quarter of play. As it has been end-to-end action throughout the opening 10 minutes. And your score here at the end of the opening frame, it is Grand Valley State 17 and Roosevelt 12. We'll step aside, take a timeout, come back with quarter two from Allendale, Michigan. After this, this is Roosevelt University women's basketball.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Roosevelt opening quarter shooting 5 of 17. Grand Valley State 7 of 16. As Grand Valley State opening up the second quarter of the game with possession of the basketball. As again they move it here in the opening half from right to left. Out high left with it now. Here's Sydney Charney. Spins a pass top of the key to Gaitan. Bounce pass then into the lane. Double team applied. Jump ball is going to be called. It was a very quick whistle as Ava Scanlon tried to drive into the paint, and it'll be Roosevelt on the possession. So Roosevelt getting it back on the alternate possession arrow. Their first chance to score points here as they trail by 5 here. Early stages of quarter number 2. Isabel Lindo, a sharp angle into the front court. Picked up at the timeline on a half-court trap. Got it near side now to Kelly Boyle. Boyle, long pass wide left to Marie Outley. Her three came up short. Rebound long. Left elbow goes to Reese Gaitan for Grand Valley State. She'll bring it into the front court on a little bit of a tenuous dribble. Lobbed it now, low right. Little back-end move here by Van Stee. Brought it back on a pass right corner, and then an immediate three will miss for Davis. Rebound left baseline. And Bryn Ketcher, falling out of bounds, was able to save the possession by passing it at the very last second to Marie Outley. She has it right of the lane in the front court. Got around 2 defenders and laid it in. So Marie Outley with 8 in the game. And Roosevelt back to within 3 at 17-14. GVSU into the forecourt. High screen set here by Scanlon at the top of the key. Off to the right with it. Free throw line extended. Gaitan lobbed it into the lane, and then a turnaround shot from about 5 feet is in for Ava Scanlon. So Scanlon converts. She has 6 in the early going. And GVSU keeps the 5-point lead at 19-14. Boyle at the timeline. Long pass, this time wide right. And then the 3 ball for Murray Outlay misses. Rebound left of the lane goes to Kelly Boyle. Roosevelt able to keep the possession. Top of the key with it now, Isabel Lindo. Backed it up between the rings, feeds it now backwards a few feet to Kelly Boyle. Boyle taps her forehead here, calling out the play to her teammates. Got around to Bryn Ketcher's screen. Has it right of the key just beyond the arc. Steps back, takes a 3, and it's right through for Kelly Boyle. And immediately Dion Thomas wants to take a timeout. Kelly Boyle, 44th 3-ball of the year for the Lakers of Roosevelt. And we have a timeout on the floor, and with that 3, Roosevelt back to within a pair now at 19-17. Lakers back in action on Saturday afternoon at Davenport University. You'll be able to watch that one on Flow College. And they'll have a pair of games at home before wrapping it up the year on the road. As we head to the final games of the 2026 season. All started for the women's team. I want to say it was actually late October when we were at Evansville, Indiana for that first preseason exhibition. And we were talking, as it always is the case these days, it seems, especially as you get on a little bit in years, that season just goes by, it seems, in a heartbeat. And it turns out it was a full timeout taken by Dion Thomas. 4 of the last 6 games on the road for Roosevelt, starting with this game here today. And right now, Roosevelt at 7 of 21, 33.3%, while Grand Valley State is at 8 of 18 overall, and that's good for a 44.4% rate. Two teams now back out onto the floor. And we are about ready to resume. Grand Valley State inbounding as they'll move it all the way here right to left. Driving into the lane here, Davis can't find a shot, dropped it off there, and then the ball tipped around underneath the basket. Marie Outlay comes out with it for Roosevelt. Long pass up ahead to Bryn Ketcher. Hesitates, lets the defender go by, and then drops in a short 3-footer. Ketcher just low right of the hoop. Ties the game at 19 all. GVSU in the forecourt. Handoff off to the right side with it. Gaitan went into the lane, had it knocked away, got it right back. Brought a pass out, top of the arc, and a straightaway 3 will miss. Back rim and out there for Avery Lay. Rebound tipped over to the far corner and out of bounds. It'll be Roosevelt getting it back. And Roosevelt a chance now to take the lead here in this game. 7:26 remaining in this first half. And we're even at 19. Lexi Plitzowite back into the game now for Grand Valley State. Neither team has committed a foul. Not a lot of fouls called. Inbound pass taken away in the lane, and then a layup will go in for Avery Lay. Avery Lay, the steal in the basket. And so Roosevelt now trailing it by 2. Inbound pass near side. Overleads the intended recipient, and GVSU gets it right back as Lay got the steal. Lay has it, top of the arc. Fakes right, went left, pulled up the elbow. Goes wide left and pulling up from there. Oh, I thought the shot was going to be taken there by Van Stee. Instead, she fed a bounce pass into the lane, and then there was a whistle and a foul. Foul will be called here, and I believe they're going to whistle this one on Isabella Pita. That would be her first and the team's first. It is on Pita. And free throws coming up now for Avery Lay for Grand Valley State. Aubrey Leonard back into the game now for Roosevelt. 7:04 for the half. Grand Valley State the lead by a score of 21-19. Avery Lay the free throw, and it's in. Lay now 2 for 2 from the line in the game so far this afternoon. One more on the way. Second one. Back rim and out. And the rebound, I can see now that it was Bryn Ketcher getting the rebound as I was shielded by the official right in front of us. Into the front court now, Aubrey Leonard here for Roosevelt. Leonard picked up the dribble, bounces it right to the key to Bryn Ketcher. Ketcher moves it around now left of the circle. 2-hand pass, wide left. With it now is Leonard driving into the baseline, backed it out. And the Lakers of Roosevelt will back it out now between the rings. 6 to shoot. Right side, Boyle around a loosely set screen. Backs up, takes a desperation 3. Short offensive rebound, and the follow will go in for Isabella Pita. That ball hit the iron just barely ahead of when the shot clock expired, and Roosevelt able to get a pair out of it. They're back to within 1 at 22-21. Near side of the forecourt with it. Here's Lexi Plitzowite. Drives into the lane. Got around a defender, lays it up too far away and too hard off the glass. Rebound out of bounds to Roosevelt. And so now RU a chance to take the lead here with 6:15 to go in the half. Ava Brandenburg back into the game now for Roosevelt. She'll inbound the ball here for the RU Lakers. Lakers versus Lakers in our doubleheader here today. Inbound brought in near side, and the basketball here will be Emma Urich. Stopped just short of the timeline, moves a few steps to her left, and then contact and a foul called here. It'll be on Lexi Plitzowite. Her second and the team's first. Well, Emma Urich there at the timeline was dangerously close to putting 1 foot over the line. I thought there might have been an over and back, a backcourt violation call there, but instead Roosevelt keeping it after the foul. Ava Brandenburg inbounding it right in front of our mic. Inbound was tipped but then recovered by Aubrey Leonard for RU. Brandenburg to the left point now to Murray Outlay. Outlay up top to Leonard. She'll take a three, front rim and out, rebound low right along the baseline, and Grand Valley State able to get to it. GVSU back the other way and into the forecourt. Out high with it now, Avery Zeenstra. Wide left, got it to Lay. Avery Lay left of the key beyond the arc. Pass out front, knocked away. Murray Outlay with a steal. Outlay at the other end, down the lane, head fakes, puts it up over a defender, back rim and out, and the rebound goes to Grand Valley State. Rebound clear there by Anaya Davis, and GVSU into the front court. Right side, Zeenstra for the three. Back rim, front rim and out. Rebound tipped right to the key, picked up there at the elbow by Van Stee for GVSU, and then a whistle. Foul here. It'll be on Roosevelt, and it'll be on Aubrey Leonard, it appears. Her first of the game, and the team's second. Nicole Kameen to inbound, far side for Grand Valley State. Inbound brought in to Avery Zeenstra. Left side to Lay, lobbed it in now to Mackenzie Bisball. Backs in, then got around pressure. But there was contact as well as a foul will be called here. The pressure being applied by Nina Suzik. And Nina gets called for the foul, her first and the team's third. 5:14 for the half. A slim 22-21 lead for Grand Valley State. Inbound pass out high now with it is Zeenstra. Hook pass into the lane to Bisball. Wheels to the hoop on a double team, couldn't get a shot away. Passes it wide right. Ball got knocked away, picked up by Zeenstra, top of the arc, pass to the far side, tipped over into the Roosevelt bench. And Roosevelt the last to touch it, so it'll be Grand Valley State with the ball. Nicole coming to inbound, 11 to shoot. Inbound, out high, and then driving in on a screen all the way to the hoop. Zeenstra lays it up too hard off the glass, but she's able to draw the foul. Well, free throws coming up for GVSU. Nina Suzik the foul, her second in quick succession. The team's fourth. So Grand Valley State, we're exactly halfway through the second quarter, and GVSU now one foul away from moving into the bonus. Free throws here for GVSU, and the first one will miss for Avery Zeenstra. She has another one on the way. Came in at 81% from the line this year. Second free throw is good. That makes it a 2-point Grand Valley State lead at 23-21. Emma Urich up the near side, into the front court. Battling a double team. Got out of that with a nice pass to Leonard. Aubrey has it left of the key. Now left wing with it. Here is Outlay. Drives into the paint. Spins. Brought it back out wide left now, and then a leaner. Misses for Leonard. Rebound low right, and it goes along the baseline to Mackenzie Bisball for Grand Valley State. Two passes later, Avery Lay with it, right corner. Wanted to drive the baseline, had her avenue shut off by Emma Urich. Far side now at the hash mark with it is Kameen. Drives into the lane, wide left to Zeenstra. She'll drive into the paint. Switches to the left hand, the layup will miss. Rebound tipped into the hands of Marie Outlay for Roosevelt. Marie will bring it into the front court. 5 Roosevelt Lakers and 3 Grand Valley State Lakers are going to check in at the next timeout. Outlay, top of the arc, fires a pass right to the key. Ava Brandenburg trying to wrap around in low right, knocked away, and Avery Zeenstra, the GVSU steal. Long lob ahead, wide right now to Avery Lay. Lay has it beyond the arc, back again to Zeenstra. Zeenstra on the drive, thought she was going to pass it up top of the key. Instead drove down the lane, missed the layup, and the rebound tipped out of bounds by Mackenzie Bisball. It'll be Roosevelt with the ball back. 3:48 remaining, and now those 8 combined substitutions will enter the game. Not yet. Now it looks like they'll come in. Actually, we'll have a timeout on the floor. 3:48 remaining in the half. And it's a 23-21 ball game, and now we'll have the game continuing on. Everybody was kind of hesitating there. Thought there would be a timeout, but not the case, and the game will continue on. Roosevelt to move it all the way here left to right. The announcements of the substitutions and the public address just now wrapping up. In the backcourt, here's Isabel Lindo for Roosevelt against tight pressure from Reese Gaitan. Pulled up just inside the timeline. Bounces it through a lot of players to Bryn Ketcher. With it out high now is Kelly Boyle for RU. She'll walk it up to the right side. 12 on the shot clock. 3:28 for the half. Lakers of Roosevelt moving around the arc. Wide left with it now. Boyle takes a three, and it's in dead center. So Kelly Boyle hits the three. And Roosevelt has taken a 24-23 lead. Off to the right with it in the forecourt, Dillard. Now to Bisball. A lean-in straightaway three. Nothing but net for Mackenzie Bisball. That gives Bisball 5. And Grand Valley State back up by a pair at 26-24, 3 minutes for the half. Tight pressure again defensively. A double team applied on the trap. And it pays dividends as the ball tipped away and getting a steal as Reese Gaitan into the lane. Dropped it for Bisball, who laid it in. So Bisball, 2 quick baskets, 1 for a 3, 1 for a 2. And just like that, a little 5-0 mini run, giving Grand Valley State a 28-24 lead. Kelly Boyle angles right into the forecourt, near sideline now, and then around the arc with it eventually. Here's Isabella Pita, top of the key. Picked up the dribble. Pita finds herself all alone, takes an NBA 3, hit off the front of the rim, and the rebound in the lane goes to Grand Valley State. Long pass up ahead. Bisball leaping grab, left baseline, spins on a double team and laid it in. Mackenzie Bisball was in a load of trouble there, but got out of it and got the 2, and Grand Valley State up now 30-24. Kelly Boyle into the RU forecourt, angles a little bit to the right. Back out between the rings to Bryn Ketcher. Lob to Pita, top of the arc, hands it off to Ketcher. Bryn the drive right into the lane, head fakes, and then the ball knocked loose. It came out left of the lane, and coming out of a group of players with it is Avery Lay for Grand Valley State. Lay at the other end, drives down the lane, lays it up, and it'll be out a whistle on the sequence here. .148 to go in the half. 30-24 in favor of Grand Valley State. Had a foul call on that sequence on Bryn Ketcher. Her first and the team's 5th. Bonus time for Grand Valley State. And again, 1:48 to go in the half. So it'll be Avery Lay to the line now for Grand Valley State. First free throw in the air and off the front of the rim and out for Avery Lay. Lay, one more coming up. Second one is in. So Avery Lay hits the second of the 2, and it is now a 31-24 Grand Valley State lead. So an 8-0 run here for GVSU after they surrender the lead temporarily to Roosevelt. Over a double team, a lob far corner in the front court from Kelly Boyle. Tipped out of bounds, baseline left, Roosevelt to keep it. Shot clock set at 20, 1:38 remaining in the half. Here comes the inbound left baseline for Roosevelt. Boyle on the inbound, far sideline, and it got dribbled out of bounds by Isabel Lindo. Roosevelt with a turnover, GVSU with it back. So Grand Valley State to inbound far sideline at 3/4 court, into the forecourt with it now Nicole Kameen. Kameen has it out high left just beyond the arc. Between the circles now to Gaitan. Lob into the lane, then a return pass on a back cut, and then the lane is there down low. Avery Lay receiving the pass and getting the basket. 33-24 Grand Valley State. Roosevelt into the forecourt. To the near side of the right point now with it is Kelly Boyle for RU. Boyle starts up her dribble. Boyle moves it a few steps to the left, working it around a double screen. Has it now wide left, free throw line extended, 1 minute for the half. Shot clock is at 9. Boyle in from the left, tosses it up high off the glass and in from a good distance. Count the hoop and a foul called. Kelly Boyle to the line for the Roosevelt Lakers for a 3-point play try. Give the foul to Avery Lay, her first of the game, and the team's second. Kelly Boyle to the line now for Roosevelt. Kelly, her first free throws of the game coming up, or first free throw. She comes in at 78.8% from the line. Roosevelt is a team at 76% from, actually 71% from the line as the free throw goes in for Kelly Boyle. 33-27 GVSU. Under a minute remaining in the half. Up the near side into the front court. Here's Nicole Kameen. Pulled up left elbow. Brought it back out front. Faking a three. Driving into the lane. Lay. Pass over to the near side. Tipped right over this way by Marie Outlay, but it was recovered by Kameen. GVSU keeping it. Right elbow with it now. Here's Charney with it. Works it down low. Spin pass and Outlay the steal. And she took a bump from her left and took a hard fall to the floor, and a foul was called on Grand Valley State. They'll call this on Sydney Charney. It'll be her first of the game and the team's third. Roosevelt now to move it all the way left to right. Shot clock is operating about 3.5 ahead of the game clock as Kelly Boyle brings it into the forecourt with 25 to go in the half. Near side right with it now is Outlay to catch her up top. Around they go, wide left, free throw line extended. Boyle with it back. Boyle moves it around to Peter Screen. 10 to shoot, 13 to go in the half. Boyle still with it left of the key. Backed it up beyond the arc. 5 to shoot. Boyle on the drive. One hands it now, right corner, tipped out of bounds. Roosevelt, I believe, to keep it. Yep. Got tipped out of bounds by Sydney Charney, and it'll be Roosevelt to keep possession. 5.8 remaining. 2 is on the shot clock. Emma Urich coming into the game now for Roosevelt. So Roosevelt to inbound near sideline, all the way at the other end of the floor from where we are, near the corner. Again, 2 on the shot clock, 5.8 for the half. Inbound pass to Pita, hesitates, takes the long 3, back rim and out. Rebound to Grand Valley State, under a second, half court. Shot at the buzzer, misses on the right side of the glass, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. So at the end of one half of play here in Allendale, Michigan, Grand Valley State getting some late second quarter momentum, and they've been able to take a 33-27 lead into the locker room at halftime. So again, your score at the break, it is Grand Valley State 33 and Roosevelt 27. We'll step aside and take a little bit of an extended timeout, and then when we come back, we'll have our first half scoring recap and our third quarter play-by-play. So stay with us as we hit the halftime intermission. Again, the score, Grand Valley State 33, Roosevelt 27. See you on the other side for quarter 3. You're tuned to Roosevelt University women's basketball.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
When the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
When the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool,
The court, the course.
the track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
And we welcome you back live inside the GVSU Fieldhouse on the campus of Grand Valley State University here in Allendale, Michigan. And at halftime, it is a 33-27 lead over Grand Valley State, as the announcer is going to have to take a little bit of a sip of water as the voice is getting a little bit strained. And again, it is a 33-27 lead for Grand Valley State. Let's take a look at first half scoring stats now. And for Grand Valley State, they are led in scoring at the moment by Avery Lay with 11 points. She is tied for the game-high lead with Kelly Boyle, by the way. Again, Avery Lay with 11 for Grand Valley State. Then it's Mackenzie Bisball with 9. 6 in the contest for Ava Scanlon. Taylor Dillard has 3, and also with 3 points so far is Paige Van Stee. And Avery Zeenstra has 1. Nicole Kameen, Lexi Plitzowite, Anaya Davis, Reese Gaitan, Sydney Charney, Kelly Cray, and Lauren Slagle have all played but not scored for Grand Valley State. For Roosevelt, they are led in scoring, as we noted a moment ago, by Kelly Boyle, who has 11 points. And then with 8 is Marie Outlay. And after that, 2 apiece for Isabella Pita, Isabel Lindo also with 2, Bryn Ketcher with 2, and then Aubrey Leonard has 2 points. As Ava Brandenburg, Jackie Lukic, and Nina Suzik have all played but not scored for Roosevelt. Shooting stats in the game. Roosevelt right now 11 of 32, 34.4%. They're 4 of 16 from three-point range. They've made their only free throw in the ball game. And then for Grand Valley State, they're 13 of 29, 44.8%. They're 3 of 8 from three-point range and 5 of 10 from the free throw line. Rebounding in this game, 21-18 edge for Grand Valley State. Turnovers so far today. Roosevelt with 9, Grand Valley State with 9. 6 lead changes, 1 tie. And Roosevelt's largest lead was at 1. And then Grand Valley State is led by as many as 9. That was very late in the second quarter. Other various stats. Points off turnovers, Grand Valley State 11 to Roosevelt's 4. Points in the paint, Grand Valley State 22, Roosevelt 12. Second chance points, Roosevelt 5, Grand Valley State 3. Fast breaks, 5-4 in favor of Grand Valley State. Bench points, 20 points for Grand Valley State to 2 for Roosevelt. Still about a minute away from the start of the second half, so we're going to pause, take a timeout. When we come back, we'll bring you our third quarter play-by-play. Good game. As your score here at the intermission, Grand Valley State 33, Roosevelt 27. Take a 1-minute timeout and return. This is Roosevelt University women's basketball.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third generation.
And in fact, we'll make that a 30-second timeout, and we will get ready to go for our third quarter play-by-play. Great to have you along with us. Roosevelt back in action on Saturday afternoon, 12 noon Chicago time against Davenport. You'll be able to watch that game on Velo College, as we'll be back home with a men's volleyball team at the Goodman Center on Saturday afternoon. And then Roosevelt will be back home a week from tonight for their final 2 home games of the season. All right, here we go now for half number 2. And Roosevelt out onto the floor now. Grand Valley State following suit. And here we go for our second half, as it'll be Grand Valley State to open up the second half of the game with possession of the ball, as they'll be moving it as we look at it from our left to right. Roosevelt right to left, and we're underway here in quarter number 3. And immediately a double team applied far sideline on Avery Zeenstra. 2 passes later, as a high-low pass from the top of the key connects with Mackenzie Bisbal, who lays it in down low. Bisbal now with 11 to tie for the game-high lead with 2 other players. And it's a 35-27 Grand Valley State lead. Lakers of Roosevelt again moving it from our left to right. Far side with it, off to the right now. Isabel Lindo up top to Bryn Ketcher. To the wing to Isabella Pita. Pita working it against pressure from Bisbal. Pulled up at the foul line, brought it to the near side now to Kelly Boyle. Shot clock down to 3. Boyle around 2 defenders. Wheels into the lane, and then a long finger roll from about 10. Hit the front of the rim and out. Bisbal the rebound. And Grand Valley State back the other way into the front court. Drive into the lane here, but no shot available, as driving it in was Plitzowite. Now moving around the perimeter from left to right now. Drive from the wing here by Van Stee to the hoop and lays it in. Paige Van Stee averaging 15.5 a game. Now with 5. Van Stee went over the 1,000 career point plateau in the game against Roosevelt back earlier this season last month at the Goodman Center. Has 5 in the game tonight, 37-27. Largest lead of the game now for either team. Roosevelt trailing it by 10. Murray Outlay, top of the arc in the front court. Gave it to Lindo. Isabel Lindo pulled up in the free throw circle. Passed it down low right now. Pita, her shot blocked. Outlay got it back. Follow-up will be short. And the ball into the hands here of Paige Van Stee, and Grand Valley State with it back. Out high left now with it. Here's Nicole Kameen. Lobbed it in low left. Driving in from there, Bisbal. Reverse layup goes in, out, and then back in again. Count the hoop and a foul called. Mackenzie Bisbal to the line for a 3-point play opportunity here. Bisbal now with 13. Give the foul to Isabella Pita, her second, and the team's first. Here's Bisbal to the line now for Grand Valley State. Bisbal is yet to take a free throw. She's at 70.8% from the line. Free throw is in for Mackenzie Bisbal. And it's now a 40-27 lead. Roosevelt took a 1-point lead late in the second quarter, but since then, Roosevelt, they've been limited in points, and Grand Valley State able to pull away here now to what is a 13-point lead. Baseline right, Bryn Catcher right of the key now. Here's Marie Outlay. Wanted to go inside, brought it back outside. Decides to go down the middle of the lane, lost it, got it back left of the paint. Goes into the lane, off balance shot on a double team. Misses off to the right, but she was tossing it up as she drew contact, took a fall. And a foul here called on Avery Zeenstra. It'll be her first and the team's first for Grand Valley State in the third quarter. Marie Outlay to the line now for Roosevelt. Marie at 75% from the line. Her first free throw of the game is in. Outlay now with 9 in the game. There's another one coming up. Second free throw is in. So that makes it a 40-29 Grand Valley State lead. GVSU operating in the front court. They'll move it around the perimeter. Then back out high and wide open, and an open chance for three. Around and out, rebound to Bisbal. The follow will miss after Kameen missed the three, but a foul called down low. Bisbal to the line now for Grand Valley State. I believe they called this one on, I was going to say Marie Outlay, but I look at the board and it's instead Nina Suzik being shown with 3 fouls. And free throws coming up now for Mackenzie Bisbal. First one is there. That makes it 41-29. One more free throw is on the way. Missed it off to the right side. Just barely grazed the right side of the rim. Bryn Catcher gets the Roosevelt rebound. Roosevelt trailing it by a dozen. Marie Outlay hands it off now to Urick as the Lakers of Roosevelt running a weave. Urick the drive, left edge of the lane, off balance shot, banks and misses. Rebound tipped out to the top of the key. Tracked down there by Alexi Plitzowite. She'll drive in, spin left elbow. Into the lane she goes. Back wide right. Zeenstra fakes a three, into the lane, kicks it now left baseline. And then from there, a drive-in by Paige Van Stee will result in a foul on Roosevelt. They call that on Bryn Catcher, her second. Team second. And we have a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. It was taken by Dion Thomas. 41-29, Grand Valley State the lead by a dozen. Roosevelt now in a position here where they're going to try to have to chip away at this deficit, facing the number 3 team in the nation. Roosevelt coming into this game averaging 58.1 points a game. Grand Valley State, the top offense in the GLIAC and the top defense. Offensively, they're at right around 80 points a game. Although, right now they're a little bit behind that pace as we're not yet halfway into the third quarter and they're still at 41 for the game. So the 30 has been extended to a full as the buzzer sounds. 6:59 to go in the third quarter. As we begin to head down the home stretch of this ball game and of the season. Roosevelt right now at 11 of 36 shooting. They have gone 0 for 4 to start the third quarter, have Roosevelt. While Grand Valley State at 16 of 33, 48.5%. And they have gone 3 for 4 to start this third quarter. And now to the free throw line here, Paige Van Stee for Grand Valley State. First free throw was in for Van Stee. That was her first free throw try of the game. She has another one on the way. She's an 83.7% free throw shooter. Here comes the second one, and that is in and out. And the rebound on the right baseline to Ava Brandenburg for Roosevelt. She'll angle sharply into the front court at the bottom of the center circle. Long bounce pass far side. Driving in from there, Marie Outlay got positioning down low but couldn't get the shot to fall. Got her own rebound. Now Emma Urick with it left of the key. Circles around a defender into the lane. Kicked it out wide right to Isabella Peter. Her three, back rim and out. And the rebound in a crowd, cleared by Paige Van Stee. 2 passes later, wide left with it now. Anaya Davis in the forecourt for Grand Valley State. Davis the drive into the lane. Trying to take it to the hoop, had it knocked out of her hands. Got it back baseline right, fed it down low. Short shot misses. Rebound to Davis after the initial miss low left, and then a whistle and a foul. Isabella Pita, the foul for Roosevelt, her third today. Team's third in the third quarter. Anaya Davis to the line now for Grand Valley State. Davis this year, 7 of 10 from the line, averages 2.9 points a game. And misses her first free throw attempt here. Davis still in search of her first point of the game. Men's game coming up later on. Live audio again here on our Roosevelt Lakers YouTube channel. Scheduled for 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Second free throw is good for Anaya Davis. 43-39 in favor of Grand Valley State, their largest lead of the game. Into the forecourt, Aubrey Leonard angles to the right. Looking around under heavy pressure here from Davis. Lobbed it right of the lane to Pita. Spins, lean and shot, banked in. Nicely done there by Isabella Pita. She has 4. Roosevelt back to within a dozen again at 43-31. Under 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Lob into the lane now. Oh, good drop back pass as well. That came from Scanlon, but they couldn't get a shot away. Then a pass out front, thrown away. Emma Urick the steal, and she's ahead of everybody else at the other end and lays it in. Emma Urick, a steal and a basket, her first 2 of the game. 5 Roosevelt players and 1 Grand Valley State Laker are going to come into the game in the next timeout. Roosevelt back to within 10 at 43-33. Out front with it here, Plitzowite tries to high-low lob, and as the ball was on the air contact, and a foul called here on Roosevelt. That'll be on Isabella Pita. That'll be your 4th of the game. Pita in foul trouble with 4, teams 4th. As we said, 5 new players entering the game now for Roosevelt. Among them, Kelly Boyle, Isabel Lindo, Jackie Lukic also coming in. As to the line now will be Ava Scanlon for Grand Valley State. Scanlon has yet to take a free throw. First one here, not a lot of spin and it falls. Scanlon, another one on the way. Scanlon, when you round it up, at 71% from the line this season. Second free throw off the front rim and out, but an immediate whistle. Got a lane violation on Roosevelt, so Scanlon will get a second chance. 44-33 Grand Valley State, 5:31 to go in the third. And Scanlon takes advantage of the second chance and is able to drill the free throw. That gives her 8 points in the ball game, and Roosevelt trailing it 45-33. RU moving it around the perimeter, out high right with it now. Jackie Lukic backed it up between the rings. On the drive, right into the lane to the hoop, let it up, hit the bright side of the glass, but contact and deep in a foul on Grand Valley State. Did not see the signal. Let's see what number they post on the board. Jackie Lukic going to the line here for Roosevelt now. There was not an announcement on the foul. I didn't see the signal, and now it is posted on the board as the foul was called on Ava Scanlon for Grand Valley State. Her first and the team's second. The first free throw was in for Jackie Lukic. Second one goes in as well. And Roosevelt back to within 10 at 45-35. Inbound pass tipped out of bounds. It'll be Roosevelt ball, I do believe. And it'll be an inbound baseline left now for Kelly Boyle for RU. Here comes the inbound from Boyle. Lobbed it left of the key to Lindo. Kicked it out right of the key to Jackie Lukic. Backed it up now, top of the arc. Gave it back between the rings to Boyle. Boyle fakes left, drove right. Played it now to the far corner. A one-bounce dribble and then a lean-in from 18 goes in for Isabel Lindo. Lindo, her first points of the game. 45-37, Grand Valley State the lead. Here's a drive all the way down the lane at the other end. On the left edge of the lane, Leslie Plitzowite. Taking it all the way, misses the shot, but is able to draw the foul. Foul was on Isabel Lindo for the Lakers of Roosevelt. Her first, team's 5th, so Grand Valley State, that's 6 rather on Roosevelt. So Grand Valley State into the bonus, and we have a timeout on the floor. Under 5, media timeout, 4:52 to go in the third quarter. Timeout on the floor with a score. It is Grand Valley State 45, Roosevelt 37. This is Roosevelt University women's basketball.
A race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Roosevelt continuing to struggle here in the third quarter when they've gone 4 for 17 shooting here. Actually 3 of 9 shooting from the floor in the third quarter, 0 of 1. Overall, they're 14 of 41, 4 of 17 from three-point range. And the first free throw here goes in for Lexi Plitzewhite out of the timeout. Plitzewhite, her first free throw of the game. Averages 6.9 points a game. Second free throw is in. Plitzewhite hits them both. And back to a 10-point lead for Grand Valley State at 47-37. Roosevelt so far not going away in this game. Good bounce pass low left from catcher to outlay. Lob now into the right corner. Shielded by the players. It's now Lukic with the ball. Backed it out beyond the arc on the wing right side. Around the three-point line. Left of the key now to Bryn Ketcher. Spins into the lane. Spins a second time, and then the turnaround with the right hand, around and out, and Plitzewhite gets the rebound for Grand Valley State. Up ahead to Avery Lay, now back again to Lexi Plitzewhite, who brought it into the front court. Lob now into the lane, turnaround from there by Bisbal, in and out, and the rebound in the paint goes to Nina Susick for Roosevelt. Pass up ahead now to Kelly Boyle, long bouncer, baseline right, and then the lane is there for Jackie Lukic. Jackie with 4, her first field goal of the game just now. Roosevelt back to with an 8 at 47-39. Into the forecourt now. Right side, driving into the lane, Avery Lay. Left side to Plitzewhite. Hesitates, takes a rainbow three. Short, back rim, and then it went to the front rim and then finally fell out. And the rebound baseline left to Bryn Ketcher. Oh, I almost called that one too early. I thought for sure it would kick back out, but it went to the other side of the rim, and then a third time it hit the front of the rim, and then it finally fell out. Jackie Lukic in from the left, pulled up at the foul line for Roosevelt. Back now between the rings. Here's Kelly Boyle with it. Boyle left of the key. Stutter steps, drives in. Left-hand runner, high up the glass and missed. Rebound into the hands of Lexi Plitzewhite. She has it back after passing it near side. Off to the left side now. Driving in Lay. Got it to the foul line. Here's Kameen with it. Back to the wing now. Avery Lay circling around. Pulled up at the foul line, picking up the dribble. Back out front. And now a step to the right side, and then Plitzewhite for the three. Got the kick off the front of the rim and hit the backboard and then fell through. That'll be your first three-pointer of the game, first field goal overall. And it's a 50-39 Grand Valley State lead. Whistle as I was writing the previous three in my scorebook. We had a foul called here on that sequence. Let's see if they call that one on Nicole Kameen. For Grand Valley State, that would be her first. It was on Kameen. Team's third. Roosevelt with possession. 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter. After the inbound, now Roosevelt into the forecourt, and a quick whistle after they brought it toward the far side, and a foul here, and this will be on, it looks like Mackenzie Bisbal. Nope, it's 2-0 on the signal. We are at the opposite end from the scorer's table. So, thought it was 1-0, but Bisball's not in the game, so that foul going to Lexi Plitzewhite. Her third of the game, team's fourth. Roosevelt, in effect, moving into the bonus when they inbound the ball. Inbound to Avia Brandenburg, right of the key. Picked it up now, right elbow, looking around under some pressure. Bounces it eventually to Urich, who then bounces it down low, and it goes out of bounds off the hands of Bryn Ketcher, and it'll be Grand Valley State with the ball back. Grand Valley State right now, they've been kind of hovering around that 9, 10, 11-point lead for the last few moments as they bring it into the front court now. Here's Kameen with it. 2 passes later, lob in low left now to Bisbal. Spins into the lane, had it knocked away, ball loose. Picked up eventually in a crowd there by Ava Brandenburg. Brought it into the Roosevelt front court. Out front now to Outlay. Straightaway 3, air ball out of bounds. It'll be Grand Valley State with the ball back. So that will have us hold at 50-39 in favor of Grand Valley State. Pressure by Roosevelt on the inbound. And a long inbound pass to the near side to Reese Gaitan. Then she cross-courts it over to the far side. Into the forecourt with it now, Nicole Kameen. Goes to the top of the key. Fires a right-handed line drive pass to the wing, and driving in from there for the lay-in is Reese Gaitan. Her first 2 of the game. 52-29, Grand Valley State. We're inside 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Wide right with it now, Aubrey Leonard in the RU forecourt. Hands it off to Murray Outlay. Outlay wheels into the lane, spins a second time, line drives a shot up, falls off the back of the rim. Got her own rebound in Outlay. Follow-up will bank and miss. Rebound in the lane to Emma Urick. In a huge crowd, turns. Cannot get the turnaround shot to fall off the glass, but a foul was called eventually. Well, a large crowd of players in a short area there, small area under the hoop. They call this foul on Anaya Davis. Her first, team's 5th. And Emma Urick to the line now here for Roosevelt. 1:40 for the third. Roosevelt down 13 now. And that will hold, that deficit will hold after the first missed free throw by Emma Urick. One more coming up. Second one is in for Emma Urick. Emma with 3 in the ball game, and the Grand Valley State lead at a dozen now at 52-40. Out high right now and into the forecourt, Nicole Kameen for Grand Valley State. Drives into the lane, left-handed shot from the left edge of the paint. Came up short, but contact down low and a foul here on Roosevelt. Called that foul on Aubrey Leonard, her second. Free throws coming up now for Nicole Kameen. 1:28 to go in the third, 52-40 in favor of Grand Valley State. Free throw here is in for Kameen. That was her first point of the game on her first free throw try. She comes in at 82%. Second free throw is in. Kameen hits them both. 54-40, Grand Valley State, a 14-point advantage, their largest of the game. Aubrey Leonard in from the right into the lane. Kick out left corner now to Brandenburg. She still has it. Brought it back out high now again to Leonard. Aubrey driving in left edge of the lane. Hands it off on the come around now to Brandenburg, who backed into the lane. Spins on a double team. Whistle, and Roosevelt takes a timeout with 1:09 remaining here in this third quarter. It is a 54-40 ball game in favor of Grand Valley State. And again, quietly, Grand Valley State able to move out to a 14-point advantage late in quarter number 3. Roosevelt right now at 15 of 47 for the game, 31.9%. They're 4 of 18 from three-point range. They made 6 of 7 free throws, while Grand Valley State 18 of 38 shooting, 3 from 11 from three-point range. A 7-1 run for Grand Valley State over the last 3:07. Mackenzie Bisbal now 6 of her last 7 shooting from the floor in this game. After the inbound, Roosevelt controls, under 10 to shoot. Here's a drive in from the right, scoop shot, misses, and Aubrey Leonard taking a hard fall as she went into the air and is able to draw the foul on Aubrey to the line here now for Roosevelt with 1:02 to go in the third. Called the foul here on Paige Vanstee, her first of the game. So Aubrey Leonard now to the line for RU. First free throw for Aubrey is in. Leonard this year 58% from the line. Here comes the second one. That's good. Leonard hits both, 54-42, 1 minute for the third quarter. Into the forecourt now. Here's Paige Van Stee for Grand Valley State. Tosses it back now to Kameen. Standing dribble out between the rings. Gave it to Ava Scanlon. She holds beyond the arc. Could have taken a wide open three, decided not to. Grand Valley working some clock. They lob it into the lane, knocked away, and Emma Urich gets the Roosevelt steal. Emma into the front court. Near side to Brandenburg. Pulls up. Now back around the arc, right side again to Urich. Free throw line extended. Backed it up again beyond the arc. Dribbles down to the top of the three-point line. Picked it up right there. Long lob and a line drive to Outlay. Tosses up the shot high up the glass and missed, but Marie was able to draw the foul. This will be on Reese Gaitan. That'll be her first of the game, rather. She'll come out of the game as Avery Zeenstra back in now for Grand Valley State. 22 seconds to go in the third quarter, 22.1 to be exact. Marie Outlay to the line here for Roosevelt now. First free throw, line drives around and in. Marie now 3 for 3 from the line tonight. She has 11 points in the ball game. Outlay with another one on the way. Second one, that's in. 54-44. Lakers back to within 10 now as Grand Valley State with possession. Long pass into the front court to Avery Zeenstra for GVSU's Lakers. Now back between the rings, holding it there, Van Stee. Sends it now left point. 8 to go in the quarter. Lob in on a double team. Scanlon trying to get out of that. Brought it back out high now. And then a drive into the lane by Nicole Kameen. And a 10-footer hit the right rim and out, and that brought us to the end of the third quarter. So a 10-point difference. Again, Roosevelt not going away here as we head to the fourth quarter. The score, Grand Valley State 54, Roosevelt 44. We will pause and return for quarter number 4. That's on the way next. You're tuned to Roosevelt University women's basketball.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Well, don't forget Game 2 of our doubleheader. Live audio on our Roosevelt Lakers YouTube channel. Roosevelt against Grand Valley State men's basketball slated for 6:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll probably be a little late with that. Through 3 quarters of play now, Roosevelt for the ball game at 15 of 47, 31.9%. They're 4 of 18 from three-point range, while Grand Valley State 18 of 39, 46% from the line so far here in this game. We're back underway. Roosevelt starting up the third quarter of the game with the ball. Boyle on the move, top of the key into the lane. Beautiful pass down low through traffic, but then the shot will not fall for Isabella Pita, but Boyle got the rebound. Out high, not Outlay. Pass to the far side, tipped out of bounds by Anaya Davis, and so it'll be Grand Valley State the last to make contact and Roosevelt to keep it. Murray Outlay to inbound, far side, free throw line extended right. Brought it in now to Kelly Boyle out high right. Moves it left around a screen set by Pita. Boyle backed it up now beyond the arc left side. 8 on the shot clock. Boyle lobbed it in deep now to Pita. Passes it wide right. Catcher got it in deep now to Pita again, and then a whistle as Pita drove toward the basket. Foul here on Avery Zeenstra for Grand Valley State. That'll be her second. Team's first for GVSU in the fourth quarter. And going to the line now will be Isabella Pita here for Roosevelt. Pita is yet to take a free throw tonight. She's at 74% from the line this season. Free throw in the air and in for Pita. One more on the way. 54-45 in favor of Grand Valley State. So the Lakers now back to within single digits and now back to within 8 as Pita hits the second free throw. 54-46, GVSU with the lead. Out high right in the forecourt with it, Kameen. Passed it right corner, now return pass to Kameen. Her three, left side of the rim and out. Rebound tipped all the way out to the timeline. And running it down there, Isabel Lindo drives into the lane, off balance shot, back rim and out. And Kameen gets the rebound for Grand Valley State. Roosevelt had a chance to pull to within 6. And now they get a steal as the ball tipped away. Catcher came up with it, and then a whistle. And Bryn Catcher got called for a double dribble just before she released the shot. And so it'll be Grand Valley State with the ball back. So Roosevelt Lakers 2 chances to get back to within 6, but not able to do so. Into the forecourt, let's see Plitzewhite for Grand Valley State. Off to the left side, driving in now Avery Lay. Pass into the lane to Mackenzie Bisball. Wheels to the hoop on a double team and gets the shot to fall. Wow. Mackenzie Bisball, first 2 of the fourth quarter. And that makes it a 56-46 lead for Grand Valley State. I have Bisball unofficially with 17 in the ball game. Up to the right side now, Kelly Boyle on the RU forecourt. To catch her between the rings, back to Boyle, who launches an immediate 3, back rim and out. And Bisball the rebound initially, had it knocked away from behind. Now players to the floor and a whistle. The players have to untangle here. And on that sequence, they called a foul on Mackenzie Bisball, her first and the team's second. 8:17 for the fourth quarter. Lakers of Roosevelt down by 10. Inbound pass, right elbow. With it there now, Pita, wraparound pass into the lane to Boyle. Then brought it back out to the right corner on a pass, but then Lindo missed the 3. Rebound down low left and a whistle as Marie Outlay and Lexi Plitzewhite both fall to the floor, and it'll be awarded to Grand Valley State as a foul called on Marie Outlay. Her first and the team's first. GVSU working it against full court pressure from Roosevelt, and they nicely able to bring the ball into the front court around the press. And then a turnover, a lob in low right. That was intended for Avery Lay from Kameen, and the pass over leading Lay, and it'll be out of bounds to Roosevelt. Paige Van Stee back into the game now for Grand Valley State. Holding with a 10-point Grand Valley State for a while now. 10-point Grand Valley State lead. 56-46, Roosevelt in the forecourt. Boyle out high left now at the point. Wrap around left of the lane to Isabella Pita. Pita trying to back in, had it knocked away, got it right back. Pita at the foul line, hands it off, bobbling the pass, but then recovering Lindo. Out high left now to Kelly Boyle. Boyle on the dribble, stutter steps into the lane, all the way to the hoop. Scoop shot, rainbows and missed. Rebound to Pita, turn around in the lane, partially blocked. And out of a crowd there, coming out with a basketball, Nicole Kameen for Grand Valley State. Up ahead to Plitzewhite, outran her dribble. Had to retrieve it back between the rings. Long pass wide left, and then a long 3 is in dead center from Avery Lay. Avery Lay with 14. Marie Outlay trying to answer with a 3 of her own from the right side. Missed it, but the rebound goes baseline left to Isabel Lindo. Now here's Kelly Boyle out between the rings. Walks it up to the right, drives through traffic, lays it up short, and the rebound cleared by Avery Lay for Grand Valley State. Ball tipped away right in front of us. Tipped out of bounds. And both players are saying good-naturedly to the other, you touched it last, but it's awarded to Grand Valley State. Nicole Kameen and Marie Outlay, they were both smiling ear to ear at the time. We're pointing at each other, saying you touched it last, and it is Grand Valley State with a ball. Grand Valley State to inbound near sideline. 6:57 to go in the game. 59-46 in favor of Grand Valley State. Here's a lob in now low left, and turnaround shot is in for Bisball off the feed that came out front from Van Stee. Bisball piling up the points now, and it's a 61-46 Grand Valley State lead. GVSU now up by 15 again. Aubrey Leonard out high between the rings on the RU forecourt. Flipped it back, and with it is Isabel Lindo as she straddles the arc. Backs it up. Left side now with it is Marie Outlay. Outlay wheels into the lane on a double team. Trying to turn around, had it blocked there by Plitzewhite, and Grand Valley State with possession. Mackenzie Bisball will bring it into the front court for GVSU. Tossed it wide left. Cannot yet see the number on the jersey. It turns out it's going to be Sydney Charney. Takes it to the hoop, and the shot will go in. So Charney with a basket. Her first points of the game. And Grand Valley State pulling away up now 63-46. Grand Valley State right now in a 2-3 zone. Lindo passes it right side. Got it to Leonard, back out high now to Outlay. Again now to Lindo, into the lane, off balance shot, rolls around and in. Count the hoop and a foul called. Isabel Lindo to the line for the three-point play try here as they call the foul on Lexi Plitzerwhite. That'll be her fourth, team's third. And again, Isabel Lindo to the line for the three-point play opportunity. Well, just not a lot of free throws overall in this game. We had just 10 in the first half. First free throw here is in. The only free throw of the sequence for Lindo, who converts. That gives Isabel 5 points in the game. Roosevelt a full court press here in the backcourt. Avery Lay to the near side now, and with it is going to be Paige Van Stee. And she had it knocked away. Marie Outlay the steal. Lays it up, hit the bottom of the backboard, but Marie able to draw the foul, and Marie Outlay to the line for Roosevelt here. Classic Marie Outlay there. They call the foul on Paige Van Stee. That'll be her second and the team's fourth. Marie Outlay to the line now for Roosevelt. First one front rim, left rim and out for Outlay. Marie first miss in 5 free throw attempts tonight. One more coming up. Second one is in. 63-50. Still time for Roosevelt if they can put together a run. Three-quarter court trap. Outlay knocking it away near side, but tipping it out of bounds. It'll be GVSU to keep it. Avery Lay was going to inbound the ball, but now she'll defer. And on the inbound here will be, it'll be Paige Van Stee for GVSU. 63-50, GVSU with the lead. 5:21 to go in the fourth quarter. Inbound pass near side. Brought into Plitzerwhite. Works it now on a half-court trap. Under some duress here. Had it knocked away, got it right back. That saved the possession momentarily. Lob into the lane, turnaround shot. Off the heel of the rim and out for Ava Scanlon, but a foul called in the paint on Roosevelt. Call that one on Bryn Ketcher, her third, and the team's second. Ava Scanlon to the line now for Grand Valley State. She's 2 for 2 today from the line. First free throw here goes in. Scanlon now with 9 points. There's another free throw on the way. And front rim, back rim, and in for Scanlon. 65-50 in favor of Grand Valley State. Roosevelt operating in the front court now. Here's Kelly Boyle between the rings. Lobbed it left elbow to Marie Outlay. Hands it off on the come around now. With it is Lindo, backed it up beyond the arc. Near side Outlay, that pass overled her, but Marie was able to reach out and still tiptoe the sideline to keep it in bounds. Back to Lindo, driving in from left contact. And it got the foul here called on Grand Valley State. This will be on Nicole Kameen. That'll be her second of the game. Team's fifth, so Roosevelt now to the bonus. And we have a media timeout at hand. 4:49 to go in the ball game. Time on the floor with a score. It is Grand Valley State 65, Roosevelt 50. We'll pause and return. You're tuned to Roosevelt University women's basketball.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
4:49 remaining in the fourth quarter. Grand Valley State up 15. GVSU's largest lead has been at 17. Roosevelt, the only lead of the game early on. I believe, if memory serves, that was at 23-22. for the game now. Roosevelt 16 of 57, shooting 4 of 21 from three-point range. Grand Valley State 22 of 44, so they're right even at 50%. And they are 4 of 13 from beyond the arc. Back to action here, and on the line for Roosevelt, Isabel Lindo draining the first free throw. Lindo, another one coming up. And that is in for Isabel Lindo. 65-52 in favor of Grand Valley State. Pressure here again by Roosevelt defensively, but GVSU not yet into the front court. Now they bring it across on a pass that went to Sydney Charney. Down low, long pass in low right. Short shot goes in for Nicole Kameen. Her first field goal of the game there for Kameen. She has 4. Roosevelt back quickly, and a lean-in shot right of the lane goes in for Marie Outley from about 8 feet away. Marie Outley, first field goal of the second half. She has 15 points in the game, and just in front of us here, Outley tipping the ball away. Loose ball picked up by Lindo. Up ahead now, and then a layup attempt is going to be blocked out of bounds as Jackie Lukic taking it in deep for Roosevelt. So Roosevelt will have the ball out of bounds. 67-54 in favor of GVSU. 4:15 for the game. Mackenzie Bisball back into the game now. And another sub coming in, but I can tell you, it's Avery Lay back into the game. Boyle on the inbound for Roosevelt, left baseline. Lobbed it out top of the key to Bryn Ketcher. Over to the far side to Aubrey Leonard. Picked up the dribble. Back now far sideline to Ketcher. Lob in low right for Peta that overled Isabella, but she got it back. Played it back out high left down to Outley, who gets called for a travel as she went left on the fake, drove in to her right and got called for the walk, and it'll be GVSU with the ball back. 4 minutes exactly remaining in the game. That last turnover, number 12 for Roosevelt. Grand Valley State right now with 16 in that category. As GVSU with the ball in the front court now. Avery Zeenstra back in, send it left side, then a long lob under the hoop, tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Roosevelt getting it back. Plitzowite on the long lob all the way back, way out high left from the left point there. Roosevelt Lakers back the other way into the forecourt now. Kelly Boyle hands it off on the come around to Leonard, back to Boyle again. Kelly on the drive, right baseline, spins, and tosses it up against tight pressure, hit the right side of the rim and out, and the rebound goes to Plitzowite. Lob up ahead, and then the drive down the lane by Paige Van Stee, who lays it in. Paige Van Stee now with 8 points in the ball game. 69-54 GVSU the lead. Roosevelt into the front court, cross court pass to the near side, over leads Bryn Ketcher. Goes bouncing into the facing of our table here at courtside. And so Grand Valley State will get the ball back. Grand Valley State, again, just too much offense, wearing, like they do so many times, wearing down their opposition. They're probably also coming into this game, they probably came in and not too happy after absorbing their first loss of the year in their last game against Wayne State. So they're, I'm sure, really wanted to get this one to get back on the winning track, and they're up now. Sizable lead with just over 3 minutes remaining in the game. Plitzowite out high left of the point, guarded here by Lindo. Around the arc to the right side, Bisball for three. Right on the money for Mackenzie Bisball. 72-54. So Grand Valley State will get back on the winning track in this game. Right side, Lindo for the three, back rim and out. Rebound tipped around. Bisball and the crowd got to it for Grand Valley State. GVSU will move to 22-1 overall, 14-1 in the GLIAC here. They work it down low. Short shot goes in here for Avery Lay. Count the hoop and a foul. Avery Lay to the line for the three-point play opportunity as GVSU pouring it on. And for Grand Valley State, head coach Mike Williams on his way to a milestone win. It will be his 300th career win here at Grand Valley State. Free throw in the air, and it'll be in. As hitting that one is Avery Lay, converting on the free throw, and we have a timeout on the floor. 2:33 remaining in the ball game. Take a break and return as Grand Valley State up 75-54. This is Roosevelt women's basketball.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
2:33 remaining here in the ball game. Roosevelt out of the timeout will move the ball all the way right to left. As we're back at it now for the final 2.5 minutes of the ball game. Into the front court now. Kelly Boyle here for RU. Lobbed it right elbow to Isabella Pita. Back out high to Lindo. Isabel Lindo. Right of the key. Out high left now to Muriatle. Her three banks and misses. And the rebound goes to Reese Gaitan there for Grand Valley State. She angles to the right in the front court. Lob out wide left and a wide open look for three. Too strong there off the back of the rim for Avery Lay. But GVSU the offensive rebound. And now out front, Van Stee for the three, and she buries the long one. Paige Van Stee, her first three ball of the game, 78-54. I think the final score here, the margin of victory, a little bit deceiving. This game was still a 10-point lead fairly late into the third quarter, as after a missed three, GVSU will bring it into the front court now. And Grand Valley State will take a substitution timeout, it looks like. Taylor Dillard back into the game now for GVSU. As many players coming into the game now for Roosevelt. Also coming into the game, Lauren Slagle, who played a minute in the first half for GVSU. Here's Taylor Dillard now to inbound far sideline for Grand Valley State. 1:40 to go in the game. Reese Gaitan now has it left of the key in the front court, pulled up left elbow. Back out high now, bobbled and then recovered by Slagle. Drives into the lane, hook pass down low right. That went to Kelly Cray, who deals it into the right corner, driving in from there, and a lead-in shot on the baseline goes in for Taylor Dillard. It gives her 5, and 80-54. And very quietly, a 26-point lead built up here by GVSU. Jackie Lukic back out beyond the arc, wide right for the Lakers of Roosevelt in their forecourt. Up top of the key now, Emma Urick, 1 minute for the game. Urick into the paint, spinning, and got the shot away, and that was blocked there in the paint. And then eventually coming away with it there was Lauren Slagle, whom I believe will get credited for the block. Drive down the right edge of the lane, off balance shot off the right side of the glass and missing there for Gaitan. And the rebound goes, I believe, to Nina Suzik for Roosevelt. Up ahead now to Aubrey Leonard into the RU forecourt. Leonard pulled up left elbow, drives into the lane, spins to her left, and hits a lean-in shot. Nicely done there by Aubrey Leonard. Aubrey now with 6, 80-56. No shot clock for the rest of this game. So Grand Valley State impressive once again. They'll sweep the season series and go to 22-1 on the year, 14-1 in the GLIAC. Roosevelt will drop to 6-16, 5-10 in the GLIAC. Final seconds winding down as we are now at the game's end. Taking a quick look as we'll wrap it up quickly to get ready for our men's broadcast. Taking a quick look at leading scores in this game. And for Roosevelt, Lakers were led in scoring by Marie Outley with 15 points tonight, had 6 rebounds to lead the team in that category as well. Kelly Boyle had 11, and Aubrey Leonard 8, and then it was Lindo with 7, Pita with 6. Jackie Lukic 4, Emma Urick with 3, Bryn Catcher 2, Suzik and Brandenburg playing but not scoring. For Grand Valley State, Mackenzie Bisball, 22 points in the game. Then it was Avery Lay with 17, Paige Van Stee with 11. And then Ava Scanlon 10, rest of the scoring, Dillard 5, Charney with 2, Lexi Plitzowite 5, Nicole Kameen 4, and Avery Zeenstra 1. So that'll wrap it up here for our first game of the day. Game number 2 coming your way. We'll probably start that stream at about 6:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll be a little bit after that for the tip-off. But we'll have it for you here coming your way as it'll be Roosevelt against Grand Valley State men's hoops coming your way next. Our great thanks to the GVSU sports information staff on Stats. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. As Roosevelt back in action on Saturday afternoon at Davenport, you'll be able to watch that on Flow College. So your final score again here from Allendale, Michigan. Grand Valley State's Lakers 80, the Roosevelt Lakers 56. Hope to see you as we continue on through the latter part of the season. Either way, until we speak to you again, this is Tom Westenfeld. Thank you for being with us, and for now, from Allendale, Michigan, we wish you all a very pleasant good evening.